Hi, it's Grace Serrano Vinci Guerra again, and we're back for part 2 of our video. As you could see, I have a little fan on, and that's what been drying the homemade pasta. See how nice it came? They're nice and dry now. See, they don't stick together. And it's ready to be thrown into my cannellini bean mixture. This was with the extra dough. I made a casarecce, which I will be making to eat either with a pesto sauce or a fresh tomato sauce in the next couple of days. So I'll be showing you that, but this is the pasta as I make it. This one I make dry for 24 hours. See, they're dry already, but I like for it to become nice and hard. Right now, some of them are still soft, so these are still in the process. Once I put this inside the beans, then the fan will be coming this way to dry this part. So it's good to invest in this. It's a little fan, I think, I don't even remember what I paid for it. I bought it several years ago. And it's quite handy in the kitchen. Either when you're cooling something off, when I make something for my grandchildren, or when I'm drying out some pasta. Now we're going to come over here. I'm going to grab the pasta. Now look how you do this, ladies. Show them. Okay, see how perfectly dry they are? Okay, now you need the fan for on the days that it's very humid like today. We're gonna bring this over here. Okay, our cannellini bean. Here, let's do like this. There we go. It's all in there, okay? See the beans, how nice? Now we're gonna put this flame up high, extremely high, because we wanna get it to the right consistency, which is thick, okay? Sorry about that, the dogs saw the chipmunks. The dogs saw the chipmunks and they're trying to get to it. My husband's gonna put them inside. Nikki, put them in the family room. Come on. Okay, so we're gonna give this a stir while the temperature's going up. Also, so nothing sticks together. So I have the flame on very high right now, or the temperature on very high. And this is the fresh sauce that I made for on top. Now this, you get a tablespoon or two, and it's going to be placed on top of the beans and fresh made pasta. Let me show you the consistency. This is the tomatoes that I used from in the jar. Now there's only one clove of garlic, a little bit of olive oil that covered the bottom of the pan, just a little. And then I used about 1/4 of the bottle of the tomato puree or the tomato sauce in the jar that is not cooked. This is made into a sauce now, I did. I have some fresh minced basil in there. As you could see, the little green specks. And the fragrance is just unbelievable. Okay, this is coming to a nice boil now. See, they're not sticking together. And that's why it's so important to dry them properly. Because once they stick together, you ruin the whole dish. Again, this is a Southern Italian recipe from Cannellini, Italy, which is near Caserta, near Aversa, near Casaluce, near a whole bunch of other little towns and everything in southern Italy, Campania region of Italy. Okay, look how nice. And you could still see the design like leaves on each piece of pasta. Okay, so we're gonna let that boil. I'm going to cover it. Gonna let it cook. It's gonna become nice and pasty. That's how we want it. And then at the end, when I plate it, here's our plate, you put in 2 spoons of the fresh sauce in there. It's exquisite. It's a peasant meal, but it's a good meal. Nikki went outside. The dogs made him nervous. So I'm on my own, okay? So now to accompany that, you could either make a salad. You could do a little plate of cheese, olives. If you have any marinade, like marinated eggplants or artichokes or some roasted peppers on the side. And that's a meal all in itself. What's good about this is it's made with cannellini beans. Beans are very high in protein, low in calories. The pasta is made with semolina. Semolina is excellent. It's a grain which has been minced down and they make it into a flour. So it's semolina flour. So I used half a cup of the semolina flour, 2 cups of regular flour. And by the way, on the other video, I said 2 pounds. I'm sorry. It was 2 cups. When I get a little distracted, I made a mistake. So then I put in half a teaspoon of sea salt, thick sea salt. And I put in a drop of olive oil and 1.2 of an ounce of room temperature water. I worked it in the KitchenAid. It came to a perfect dough, as you'll see on part 1, and it was very easy to work with. And I dried it for a couple of hours with the fan, okay? So now let's see what's going on. Nick, you want to grab the video, please? Okay, Nick's back inside, so we could get back to it.
Yeah, put it.
Emma's waiting patiently. Here we go, look at this. See? Okay. As soon as they're done, we shut it off. See how nice and thick it's coming? See, they started to pick up in size as they cook because the semolina does grow in the flour. Okay. Coming nice. And we're going to get this started. We're going to enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it too. If you have any questions on this recipe or any other video that I do, get in touch with me or Nick on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I don't think there's messaging over there. I'm not sure. Probably there is. I can't put the fan on or else it's going to be too much noise for you, so I'm sorry about the smoke.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. So these, what you do is, because they're a little thicker in depth, you're going to taste it to see. So I'll never give you an amount of minutes to cook this, okay? So you don't want it al dente. You want a little bit more than al dente because it's a fresh pasta. Okay, but this is the temperature you should be cooking it at, because like I said, it has to come a little pasty. There we go. With the same recipe, the dough recipe that I gave you for this, you could do, like I told you, orecchietti. You could do the casarecce. You could do, what else? If you cut them very little, you could make even a pasta for soup. If you have a machine to run it through, you could do spaghetti. You could do fettuccine. There's 2 types of fettuccine. There's the egg fettuccine, which I use 12 eggs for, or there's this type of fettuccine, which you don't need any eggs for. So there's different recipes for different types of pasta for different recipes. So anything you're curious about or you want to learn how to do, get in touch with me, like I said, and we'll work with you, okay? Let's see how this is coming now. Okay. Looks good so far, huh, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to wait a little bit more.
Can turn off the
I know everything's coming. It's okay. They understand. They see how high the flame is.
No, sto dicendo per chiudere il spettolo vicino da solo poi.
No, not yet. Not yet. Oh my God, he's starving. He said, shut it off, let it cook by itself. It's got to get thick. I'm worried about the thickness, not about the cooking point. This is what happens when you marry an Italian man. They want everything their way. Okay, so, what else could we talk about? Okay, the prices are going up, so we recommend following sales in the supermarkets. And, you know, I'm not a coupon girl, but in these times you need to, especially when I'm cooking all the time. It's not like I cook once a week or once every couple of days like some people do. I'm cooking breakfast for my grandchildren, lunch for my husband, and then dinner for both of us, or if there's other people around. So you have to work out a budget for your kitchen. You can't just live on your paycheck and think, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that. No, everything has to be written down now. You really need to stick with a budget or else you're not going to make it, and it's a shame. You have to budget your rent or your mortgage, your lights, your phone, whatever you could get rid of it, as far as bills. And try to cook at home. You save money. Here we go. That's the color. Stop leaning on there. I have an electronic smart refrigerator. He keeps leaning on it. Here, look at this. See? Delicious. There's a nice piece of prosciutto that I put in there. Then I have the guanciale, one piece of guanciale, two little pieces just to give it flavor. If you're vegetarian or vegan, don't put it in. But don't judge anyone that does. I mean, everyone is used to eating a certain way. My husband's very old school. He's from Italy, so he likes it the proper way. The proper way is with a little piece of guanciale or prosciutto in there. Okay, gives it that nice flavor. Let's see how this is doing. I'm gonna taste. I think it's still not ready, but I'll taste. Yeah, I don't think it's ready yet. Look how pretty, see? It looks like leaves. Let me see. Oh, it's ready. Delicious. Okay. I'm gonna make it go for another minute. And that's it. I'm gonna get another plate for Mr. Nick. All right, I'll use this one. I think the other plates are in the dishwasher.
They're clean.
Yeah, I know they're clean. All right, let me get it. Now, normally we let this sit because as you make it sit, it gets thicker. And the thicker it is, the more delicious it is, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so we're gonna let this cook down a little. Okay, here we go. And there you have it. Pettole and Fagioli from Cannellini, Italy. From our home to your home. Please enjoy your food. Enjoy your life. There you go. And this episode is dedicated to Maria Bizzaro, who taught me this over 45 years ago. God bless you, Maria, wherever you are now. We love you. Ciao, ciao.